Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be doing makeup inspired by Monster High doll. So I've only really been aware of Monster High for about 2 years maybe. I think I may have heard of it when I was a kid, but I never had Monster High dolls. But I do really love the aesthetic of Monster High, so last night I went through and just typed in Monster High followed by the look of all my different wigs, and I found a character that I think is going to work quite well with one of the wigs that I already own. So the character we're going to do is Rochelle Goyle. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. She is a gargoyle character, so she has kind of a rock stone-like texture of her skin, and then she has blue and pink hair, which is a wig that I have, and I think it's going to work really well. It's not quite the same style. Hers tends to be striped, whereas mine is from pink to blue, but I think it's going to work quite well. The issue with doing this character is that I don't own any black and white clothing really. I think I found an outfit that may work. Annoyingly, I'm going to be wearing the exact same jumper I was in the last video, but oh well, we're just going to have to go with it because it's the only grey jumper I own. It's not even mine, it's my friend's that I stole from him. I don't know if he knows I have this jumper or not, to be honest. He won't be watching this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I did make little ears. I have these little horns that my sibling made for me a long time ago, and I just pinned little paper ears onto the front. I think they're gonna look really cute. But anyway, I'm rambling, we're gonna get into the makeup now. I'm gonna start out with primer. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I use it underneath all of my makeup looks. But I'm gonna make sure to put on a nice thick layer today, because we're gonna be doing a full face of concealer, which is something I don't usually do. I don't even wear foundation on a regular basis, so this is going to be a little bit harsh on my skin, I think. So I really want to make sure my skin is prepared for this. As I said, for the base I'm going to be using concealer. This is a Kim T The Most concealer, and it is in white. And I'm going to use a foundation brush for this. Obviously this probably isn't the best thing to use for doing foundation with, but we'll see how it goes. I really don't have anything else I can use. I don't think it's going to end up completely white because I'm going to powder it afterwards. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do down for my neck. I'm just going to do a harsh line on my jaw, because one, I think that looked quite cool with makeup, and two, I don't want to do my arms or my hands at all because that sounds like I'm going to get makeup everywhere. So this way it looks like a stylistic choice rather than I couldn't be bothered to do my hands. I think this is coming out so much better than I thought it would already. I'm a little bit worried about how I'm going to be able to do the rest of the face because I'm not really used to having a base, so I don't know whether I'm going to be trying to take things off that I can't take off because I can't take them off without ruining the base. I guess when I'm in drag I have a full face of makeup, but it's not really the same sort of thing because my base makeup isn't anywhere near my eyes. Next up, I'm going to carefully clean all my piercings off because they are very covered in foundation. And now we're going to go with powder. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and it's meant to be translucent, but it definitely has some sort of pigment in it, so hopefully it's going to work okay. If the base isn't completely white, I don't think I'll be too mad about it because I think it's going to look good regardless. And because this texture is looking really rough, I'm just going to go in with a quick setting spray just to make it all come together a little bit better. Now I have a picture of her on my screen here, which I'm going to be using as a reference. In the reference, she has very big eyelashes, so I think what I'm going to do is just draw them on with eyeliner. So do a very big wing on the top with some eyelashes, and then a little tiny wing on the bottom with some more eyelashes. And I don't think I'm going to do a big eye illusion at all, even though the dolls obviously have a very big eye. I think I'm just going to go with my natural eye with a lot of eyeliner. So I'm just going to go in with my black eyeliner pen. I use one from the NYX and kind of map out the shape I'm thinking of, and then I have to do the hard job of matching it on the other side. And I'm not trying to get it perfect right now because obviously we're going to go in with some eyeshadow over the top of it, but I just want to get an idea of what I want to do. I'm pretty sure they're going in completely different directions. Okay, we're just going to keep going and hope it looks okay in the end, because right now this one's going more up and this one's going more outwards, but I think it looks okay, so we're just going to keep rolling. I think the bottom came out actually better than the top, which is rare for me. Usually the top looks better. For her eyeshadow, she has a pink and then she has a blue line kind of where her crease would be. Not where my crease would be, where her crease would be. So it's probably where my brow bone is here, I would say, on me. So we're going to go in with the pink first. I'm going to use a little tiny flat kind of fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the lighter pink that I have in this sample beauty palette and do a nice curved shape kind of where my eyebrow is. And we're not going to worry about where the eyeliner is because we're going to go back over it a bit later on. I'm also going to go underneath. She doesn't have any makeup underneath, but I think my eyes just look better with a little bit of makeup underneath them. I think that's looking quite cute. It's kind of reminding me of how I do my drag makeup without all the contour and stuff, which for me I think is a good sign because Monster High dolls and Bratz dolls always remind me of drag. I think because their eyes are so big and that exaggerated shape really reminds me of how drag makeup looks. Onto that blue shade, I'm going to go with my Morphe Pride palette, and I'm going to go with this blue here. I'm hoping it's going to be pigmented enough to go over the top of the pink without blending in too much, but we will see. I'm going to go in with an eyebrow brush, but kind of a very dense eyebrow brush, and very carefully draw in that line, finishing just where the middle eyelash is. I think that looks okay. It's definitely not my sort of style. I don't think I do this in my normal makeup, but I think it definitely goes with what she has on her face in this picture. I'm pretty sure there's variants of all the dolls, so she'll have different makeup in different doll forms, but this is the one that seems to be coming up a lot, like in different outfits she still has the same makeup. So I'm hoping this is her like go-to main makeup, and that will make it more obviously her when I'm finished. Okay, I think the eye makeup is finished. I'm going to draw on some eyebrows now. For this I'm going to go with my other eyebrow brush that I own, which is a much thinner, much flatter, less dense eyebrow brush, and I'm going to go in with a grey. At first when I saw this I didn't even realise she had eyebrows, but she definitely has grey eyebrows that is quite covered by her fringe. I'm going to go in with pretty much the only grey I have, which is this one, and she kind of has that teardrop shaped eyebrow where it's kind of thick at the front and then it goes into a very thin tail. And lucky for me, with it being a doll, it means I don't have to draw brush strokes into my eyebrows at all. I'm hoping it's going to be covered by my wig, because that really doesn't look great at all. Just go on to the other side and hope for the best. Maybe it will look slightly better when they're both on. Okay, the second one actually came out better than the first. I think I pushed the first one too far forward. I'm going to take the smallest amount of concealer and pull the eyebrow back a little bit. Okay, I think they're looking much better. They're not my sort of eyebrows, but I think they are what the picture kind of looks like. Again, I can't really see them in the reference picture. I probably should have got multiple reference pictures, but because she's got a fringe, you pretty much can't see it in most of the images of her. So this is what we're going to go with for now. And we're going to go onto her skin details. So she has little spots all over her face because she's made of stone. So I'm going to go in with that same grey and this little kind of rough cut up paintbrush that I own, and just do sporadic dots anywhere I feel like. And I'm going to kind of treat them like freckles, so once I put some pigment down, I'm going to tap it out with my finger. I think that looks okay. It's really not my favourite, but I don't really like it on her design either, so I think it looks pretty good for what I was going for. So we're going to move on to the lips now, and if you're wondering why I haven't done my eyeliner, I'm just going to do it off camera later on because it takes a very long time to fill in and it's very boring to watch. But for my lips, I'm going to go in with a Cult Candy Cosmetics lipstick and a very small brush so I can outline them first, because I'm not very good at this style of lip. So hopefully this will give me a lot more control. And this isn't quite the colour of hers. Hers is definitely more of a brighter pink, but I think this will go better with the colour of eyeshadow that I've got and the colour of wig I've got. With her colour of wig, it's definitely kind of more of a grey toned pink, whereas mine is kind of more of a bubblegummy pink. I'm not going to do this overly exaggerated because, like I said, I'm not really going for a doll illusion. So I'm just going to draw them how I see fit, really. Kind of keeping the lips very heart-shaped. Not the worst lip I've ever drawn. It's not the best lip, but it's definitely not the worst. For the bottom lip, I think I'm going to overdraw it just a little bit to make it look more pouty. I don't know why I downturn the mouth so much. It should be going further up because I look so grumpy. I think that's going to have to do. We're going to try and draw these lips back on again now, while making sure to point them much more upwards than we did last time. Much more happy with the placement. I just wish I didn't have these little pink marks. Okay, we're just going to keep going. Do the lips. Fix it later. I don't think it's the end of the world if it looks like this. It's just kind of annoying. I wish it was a little bit more perfect. Okay, for some reason I'm now completely hating this look, but I don't really know what to do about it. Maybe it will come together once I've actually got all the outfit on and such. So I'm going to go away now, put on my eyeliner, my wig, my outfit and my ears, and then I'm going to come back for the final touches. So I just put it all together, and I think I realised that the eyeliner shape is actually what's bothering me the most. I think it needs to be more rounded up at the front. So I'm going to add another spike to the front of my eye and hope that fixes the issue. Yeah, I like that better. I really don't think this look is perfect, but I think it's the best I could do right now. Kind of want to redo it completely again at some point. See if I can do a better job, because I definitely feel like I could do better, and it just didn't work today. But I'm going to go on to mascara just to hide my lashes a little bit more. And this ear is falling off. This wig is very slippery, so these pins are not really holding it in place. And then I'm quickly going to dab on some highlighter, and I'm realising I'm completely out of brushes. I use the Kimchi Drama Queen palette for this. I'm just going to use the white one in this. And with that, I'm done. As I said before, I'm not fully happy with this look. I feel like it does kind of read as the character, but it's kind of an ugly version of the character. I think where I messed up was putting these spots kind of sporadically on my face. I think it would have looked a lot better if I kind of just did them as if they were freckles, so I did them across the nose and then onto the cheeks rather than putting them like on my chin and things, because I don't think they look purposeful. I think they kind of look like mistakes on my face, but I think if you knew the character you know what they were. But if I went outside in this, I don't think people would think I looked that great, to be honest. But I did definitely enjoy doing this. I thought it was very fun and I'd really like to do it again, so maybe I will someday, apart from the fact that this ear is slipping again. I keep on catching it in the corner of my eye in the mirror. I'm just gonna repin that after I've done this outro, I think. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Comment down below what you would do to improve this makeup look. What do you think went wrong? Where would you correct it? And subscribe as I post a video every single week, and I'd love to see you again. But until then, bye! Please stay in the right place so I can take some nice pictures of this. I can see why people online were saying to put these sort of things on a headband. That would make so much more sense in this scenario.